Good morning and welcome to Today in LA. My name's Mike Amos. His name is Forrest Lee as we start a Monday, a sad day if you're a Troy University fan this Monday, losing a heartbreaker on the last play of the game. I don't know if I've ever been so upset for a ball game because Troy had actually won the ball game in a lot of respects, and then in some other respects, they made some bad decisions. Some people say that's going to be a good argument this morning. What you think about Troy taking the safety and giving them 25 seconds to move down the field? But you would think on any other day on that Hail Mary pass, he backed up. They looked like they had planned it. Because it looked like they had Troy boxed in down there. I'm wondering about that. If he did, it was a great call by the coach. But
was that on fourth down too? Was it on fourth down?
Well, no, third down. I think it was third down because they had thrown those two sideline plays. It was seven seconds. Wait a minute. It was 25 seconds after that they got not the Hail Mary, but it was 12 seconds to go after we got good morning, you on Today in LA.
Good morning.
I'm trying to explain what happened, Mike. You want to explain it to me?
The football results, the last few plays of the Troy game?
Yeah. I mean, basically, Troy holds App State with about a minute and 13 seconds left. Troy has, I think, one timeout left. App State has two timeouts left. So Troy ran the ball 3 straight times. App State called timeout twice. And then 40 seconds came off the clock. And Troy used their timeout with about 25 seconds left. But then Coach Summerall, I guess, talked to the special teams coordinator and said, hey, what do you think our best situation is here? Either we punt the ball, Troy's up by 4 from about the 12-yard line, but Troy decides, instead of punting the ball, to take a safety. So Gunnar Watson takes the snap, runs in the end zone as fast as he can, tries to kill some more time, and basically App State tackles Gunnar Watson in the end zone for safety. So the lead then is cut to 2. And Troy is forced to do a free kick. So on a free kick, you have to kick from the 20-yard line. You either punt the ball or kick it off. Troy decides to kick it off, but unfortunately, I feel like the downfall is they squib kicked it, which I think is a horrible decision to squib kick.
Troy did.
With that much time left, all then App State would have to do is kick a field goal. But instead, App State gets the ball about the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line, or 47-yard line maybe. And, of course, 3 plays somehow.
Yeah.
Three plays somehow take place in 52 seconds, and then they have 2 seconds left on fourth down. And I will say this, I've watched the press conferences nonstop. That was a planned play by Appalachian State. They run it in practice nonstop where they throw the ball short. They have a guy with a vertical leap of 40 vertical leap, jump up, bat it down, and they have a trailing guy there to catch it, and then they have a blocker there to make the block. And the quarterback, Chase Bryce, said it. The receiver that caught the ball, Horn, said it. And the coach talked about that was the planned play that they practiced nonstop, that they executed to a miracle, turned into a miracle execution to beat Troy. But I swear to God, I could not believe that every single one of those coaches and every single one of those players said that is something they practice on every single day in practice.
I wouldn't have broadcast it because I may need it again.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, K.J. Robinson, Troy's linebacker, has his hand on the ball with the wide receiver, so both of them touched it. But I will say this. you can talk about all you want to talk about, but Troy's got a kicker that punts the ball 50 yards almost on average.
You got a hang time too.
I would have much rather had a free kick punt if you take the safety, because our guys could go down there and basically, you know, have to fair catch it, and hopefully more like around the 35-yard line. I mean, it was a miracle. I mean, that's all you can say. It was a miracle play.
All right, let me tell you.
App State's the team of Testy, it looked like.
After the safety, after taking the safety, they had 25 seconds left, didn't they? 25 seconds left.
20 seconds left.
What?
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
Mm.
Yeah, I watched this back numerous times.
All right.
And then Troy squib kicked it, which was a bad call. Squib kick. You never squib kick in that situation. You either kick off or you pump the ball.
Yeah.
But Troy squib kicked it. But I'll tell you this, I feel today we'll never know how they got 4 plays off in 15 seconds.
Yeah. They threw two sidelines, and then they had a timeout left. They threw two incomplete sideline passes.
Oh, no, each pass was incomplete. All 3 passes were incomplete, they threw.
Yeah. And then they had a timeout left, didn't they?
But the first throw to the sidelines was right in Troy's defensive back's hand, a sure interception. I'm talking about you can't draw
I remember that.
to intercept better. He dropped it right in his hand.
Right in his hand. You're right. There's a lot of things, a lot of ifs, ands, and buts. But you know, like I always say, if it's things happen. It's very.
Marshall comes to town and they got upset, didn't he? Or what you call it?
Marshall goes on the road, gets beat by Bowling Green, who's been down for years. Shocking loss in overtime there. But Troy, I mean, I told you, I was in shock. I thought we'd get blown out because, I mean, App State just closes out. Usually every time we play them. I mean, Troy played them straight up, and, you know, Troy should have won the game. I mean, there's, you know, just a miracle play that happened.
Well, you know, things like that happen, and we've got Coach Charles Henderson and Coach Hambright. Is going to be our guest in just a few moments.
Of course, we need to mention Auburn got blown out by Penn State, so Ryan Hartson's under tremendous pressure already.
Yeah, it did.
Alabama cruised at 63-7
over one of the worst teams in 1A, in Division 1A.
One of the games I got to watch late night was North Dakota State falls to Arizona on the road. North Dakota State's won a lot of one-AA championships, but even Arizona beat them.
They did.
And then I watched USC. I watched USC back-to-back weekends, man. That offense is something else. If they can come up with any kind of defense, they'll make the college football playoff.
What was their? Where was their?
Final score over Fresno State was 45-17.
45-17. Oh, Fresno. Okay. We're going to take a short break. Coach Quinn Hambright is our guest, and we'll be talking about Charles Henderson High School football in just a moment.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you were out. Troy Cable Security. You love them. Protect them.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Well, after you look at the film, what do you think? Back to our show, Coach Quinn Hambright is our guest at the end. Golly.
Got a bad
Whoa.
wheel.
Is that bad?
Yeah, I'm just a big got a guy. bad
wheel.
He's missing the wheel.
Coach Hambright is our guest, is the head football coach at Charles Henderson High School, and you lost heartbreaker, Coach.
Yeah. How you doing
Good
this
to see
morning?
you, my friend.
Morning. Yeah, we lost a good one, 26-24. The boys, they fought to the end. I was proud of them for that. But they ran the ball pretty hard. We were missing some key components in the middle of the defense. Missed a few field goals, jumped off sides at the end of the game. Just those mental busts again that we have to get over that hump over. But I was proud of their effort throughout the whole game. You know, we jumped on them pretty early, and we just should have put our hooks on their necks at that time. But we kind of let them back in, let them hang around, took the lead, at the end of the half, and just the second half wasn't what we expected it to be. We make those 2 field goals. We stop those 2-point conversions. But that's the game of football. Things like that happen.
Of course, another great effort by your outstanding receiver. He scored 2 touchdown passes, and of course had a good game. How did your quarterback do?
Yeah, he played well as well. We didn't throw it a lot this game. I think we threw it maybe 15, 17 times, somewhere around there. We ran the ball a lot, but he did what he was supposed to do. He put the ball where it needed to be. We didn't have any drop passes, any holding penalties. I don't think we had any penalties offensively that was during the play. We had a pre-snap penalty and a post-snap penalty, but nothing during the play. So that was an improvement.
Actually, one of the Adams' long touchdown pass was about 90 yards, wasn't it? One of the longest in Troy Charleston's in history, I think.
No, one of them, the first play of the game was, I think, 82.
82 yards.
Yeah, 82 yards to Jawan Boyd. It was the first play of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the kids, social media is good, but it's so bad. The kids they have so much access to each other everywhere. So, they were talking a little smack to each other, and Jawan said he wanted the first play on him, and he scored the touchdown, but Jawan won that battle, but they won the war at the end of the game. So kudos.
Yeah, I felt like out of all the teams y'all played, their offensive line and defensive line were pretty big group. Looked like to me.
Yeah, they were huge. They'll be probably the biggest team we've played, and probably will play. They're stout. Like I said last week, they were stout up front. We didn't realize how big they were on film, but.
All right, now look, Coach.
Y'all had a hard time bringing down their running backs. Their running backs were hard to bring down, weren't they, Coach?
Yeah, he was about 230.
Golly.
He
went
out in the fourth quarter. Did he come back? No, he didn't come back in.
You had him where you wanted him then, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I knew we would have.
Tarver's his last name.
Yeah, I knew we could have, came back. That was our chance, push the gear. But, Jawan Boyd caught a Troy Cable replay showed that he caught it inbounds, and I advocated for him. The guy beside me said that he was about to call it a catch. The guy in the end zone said it wasn't a catch. But
what happened there?
It was a scramble play. Parker got out the pocket, threw the ball to the sideline to Jawan Boyd. Jawan Boyd made a toe touch catch inbounds. And
in the end zone?
No, it was actually about at the 15-yard line. It would have killed about a minute and a half of clock.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
so, and he ran out of bounds the very next play.
Yeah.
Like literally ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
They kept the clock running.
Yeah.
And I was telling the white hat, I was like, look, he ran out of bounds. White hat said he was down. I said he never touched the ground. He literally ran out of bounds.
Yeah.
But you know, that's at the end of the day, we still have to execute on our end.
If there's any good thing about this loss, it was not a region loss.
Nah, it wasn't a
not
region
a
game,
Texas,
so.
playoffs and so forth. And
Yeah, so
right
we're still
now,
tied for number one.
right now, I think you've won 3 region games already, haven't you?
1, 2.
Or 2 already.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And
We got St. James coming up and Rehoboth. Those are both non-region games. Then we'll pick back up
But
and
Rehoboth is.
finish. Oh, they are?
Yeah, Rehoboth is region.
Okay. Rehoboth, Eufaula, Headland,
And then non-region Selma.
non-region Selma.
Yes, sir.
Every one of those, including Selma, they're sort of the surprise team in the region. They played pretty well, haven't they?
Well, they're
Didn't they beat Greenville?
Yeah, they beat Greenville. Yeah, they beat Greenville last week.
What's happened to your buddy over at Greenville?
Buddy is a stretch.
What?
But
What did you say?
I said, Buddy is a stretch. I communicate with him. I talk with him, but I don't know. It's just, you know, he's just in a situation to where, you know, the kids just have to buy into his system. And you know, he has some culture change and he has to do as well. You know, he wasn't going into a perfect situation, so you know it's going to take two or 3 years for him to get it to where he's going. And I believe that you know Patrick Brown can do it for sure. It's just going to take a little more time than I'm pretty sure he expected to do it.
Well, Coach, St. James comes into Troy. We play Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
So that's
Remember Thursday night, the great
Thursday
game.
night on the campus of Troy University and Memorial Stadium. And a little bit about St. James, Coach. What do you see?
They have a big time quarterback. They have a Division I quarterback on their team. They have a running back that can run the ball pretty well. They have a receiver that I would compare him to Carroll's quarterback at receiver, just not as big.
Real fast.
Yeah. He's smaller though. He's way smaller, but he's fast as lightning.
I know they got a good punter, Coach. Their punter, I went to college with his dad. His granddad was Bucky Berry, Dad.
Oh yeah, remember Bucky Berry? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He keeps in Alabama years ago.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
4-1, you
Yeah,
said?
they're 4-1. They average about 40 points a game, so they're 3A, but you know they're a team that competes in the playoff. And has been competing for it. They have a great staff over there. They're going to be well coached. They're small, probably the smallest team on our schedule. I don't think they have anybody on their roster over 240 pounds. You know, so but they play hard. They play with effort. They play with intensity. So you know, we really have to come with our A game this week to bounce back.
Is Jimmy Perry still coaching them?
Who?
Jimmy Perry. Is he still
Perry,
the coach?
Perry. I think so. He's been there for years.
Jimmy Perry was at Robert E. Lee.
Yeah, but he doesn't coach there anymore though, Mike. I don't think. I think
he's
he's
not there
retired.
anymore?
I
Okay.
think he's retired. I might
I'm
be
looking
wrong.
it up.
And of course, Quinn Hambright, the Charles Henderson coach, and everybody.
Coach, do you see the end of the Troy game?
I was actually, unfortunately, I was at the Auburn game, and I say unfortunately because it was very disappointing. But they showed it on the big screen.
They did. What did they say?
They just all I heard was screaming and yelling, and I looked back because the student section, the recruiting section. I took some guys to Auburn this weekend, so the recruiting section is right under the big screen.
Yeah.
So when we look back, was at this last play of the game. They threw it up, and I saw the tip, and all the boys was like, "Oh my God!" Like every last one of the kids.
You mean
like,
all the high schools there?
yeah, all of my guys that came with me.
Yeah.
And I was as well. And Auburn's entire stadium gasped, and it was.
They did.
was
You
bad.
could tell even in the stadium.
Oh, it was bad.
What a crowd roar or what?
Yeah, it wasn't a roar. It was like, "Oh my God!" Oh my God. And I'm looking like, my. That hurt me. I didn't graduate from Troy. My wife got her master's from Troy. So, but
hey, you're a Troy
I'm here.
man now.
I'm
Yeah,
here
you're
now,
right.
and I'm like, dang, coach. Like I just felt it for coach at that time.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
Me too. That's right.
Jimmy Perry is the head coach.
He's still there. Well, he's a good coach. He coached the Robert E. Lee to a state championship years ago.
Yeah, he's doing an excellent job. They're going to be well coached. I mean, they're not going to make any mistakes. They're going to take care of the ball. They're going to wrap up. They're going to make plays.
Right now,
They can also recruit all those great athletes from Montgomery, Coach.
Yeah, they can. They're right. They can get them in the 8th grade, going into the 9th and everything like that. But they'll actually have a sit out a year if they come while they're in the 9th through 10th grade, or 9th through 12th grade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And of course, always going to be a tough game. They got a little yuppie in them, Coach. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Those Montgomery private schools.
Yeah, they're gonna get out there. They definitely.
But you know what? We are Charles Henderson High School of Troy. Yeah. And you gonna look at them straight in the eyes, Coach, before they go out there.
Oh yeah, I always do that. It's one of those things where I'm never intimidated by anybody that I coach against. I
don't think you are either.
Even last year, I expected to win. The kids, they thought maybe possibly they can win, and this year I think I tell them, you go into every game expecting to win.
Okay, you don't call any offensive plays, or do you?
No, I don't.
And you got an offensive coordinator. Well, what made him sort of become one-dimensional a little bit running the football? Were y'all having a lot of success running the ball? Or should you mix in the pass?
Throwing the ball, you picked for 170 yards, in the first quarter?
Yeah, first quarter?
Yeah, we had over 200 passing yards this game as well. So we were still kind of balanced. We ran the ball. I mean, it was there. I mean, we will. Running backs just have to run with vision. It's like we're running to get hit more so than running to find the open lanes and open holes that the offensive line, give them. It was there. And a lot of the runs are RPOs as well. So, and a lot of his passes that turn into passes are RPOs too. So, everything is incorporated within a play. We give our quarterback options to make a play or give it. And, and he does an excellent job in making the right decisions.
At the very end, Coach, I didn't get to watch all the game. I was back and forth doing some other stuff, but I know you ran out of timeouts. Were those timeouts used around the third quarter?
I used one in the third and one early in the fourth. I think it was an alignment issue defensively that I didn't like, and we kind of made a coaching error, a sub error. And the personnel that was in the game, I didn't want in the game. And I just had to call a timeout to make sure the coaches get it correct.
Yeah.
So as far as your kicker, I saw him line up for the 47-yarder. What is his range? I mean, does he have that kind of range?
His range is about 56.
I'll tell you what, he kicks it out of the end zone every time. Did he do it again this week?
Yeah, he kicked one out of the end zone. But, yeah, his range is about 55, 56.
Is it really? I mean, that's a kid that in college being kicked that far.
Yeah.
Mike, do you know who the kicker was for Troy when the game was on the line?
Zach Long?
No, the other one.
No, Zach Long's the kickoff specialist.
No, but hey, let me tell you something. The kid from Troy kicked off.
You sure?
I'm sure it's that to be.
Zach Long kicked off. He's number 46.
All right, this is a kid from Troy, the Pike Liberal.
It wasn't Scott Taylor Renfro. It was Zach Long, the kickoff guy for it.
All right, now you're telling me that he did not kick either one of those kicks?
I mean, as far as I know, Zach Long's the kickoff guy, and Bryce Booth, whatever Booth.
I think this old nutty old man. I think he made the right decision.
Anyway, but Nick, Pearson, he's our kicker.
Yeah, Nick, he
has
a
high school kid, got a great leg.
Sophomore, junior.
He's a junior. He's a junior. He can make those kicks, man. But the thing about Troy University that kind of messes us up is, they're a college goalpost. So, he's missing about 1.5 yards on each side. So if he makes those, then,
They're supposed to be removable, aren't they? They used to be.
I heard they used to, but I'm not sure if they do.
Yeah.
You know, they haven't since I've been there, so I don't.
I bet if the visiting team raised Cain about it, they might do something about it.
Yeah, they might do something about it. I don't even think they know, to be honest with you. But
Still not they can do something about it if you play on a Thursday night or and Troy doesn't play a Saturday. Still they could have a day to get them back to normal.
Yeah, so it's
the Troy University kickoff guy his name's Zach Long. He's 6'3", 184, number 46, redshirt freshman from Tampa, Florida.
I promise you, the other kid kicked. He kicked one of the kicks.
Okay.
I can. Well, what I'm saying, I can remember them going to him on TV, showing it on TV.
Quinn, do we have a middle school game this week or a JV game? Coach Hepburn?
No, the JV game. Greenville canceled the JV game for today. I think middle school plays tomorrow.
That's
Will
not
they play
good.
at home or will they play away?
I think it's at home.
Yeah.
I think it's at home.
That's not a good omen, is it? You know, when you start when you got a chance to work your feeder program and you don't do it, do you?
Yeah, it was disappointing. You know, I don't. You know, my guys. I want my young guys to play. You know, but you know their numbers are down, similar to me last year. So you know I don't argue with it. You know, I couldn't play a JV game last year.
Well, Coach, this one's over. This one's over. A tough break, and I know what did their coach say to you after the game?
He just told me we had a good squad.
You know, most people don't ask that question, but what did he say?
He just told me I know him. I know Justin over there at Beauregard. So, you know, we talk a good little bit. You know, he actually offered me defense coordinator job about a few years ago when he took a job up, I think in Clear somewhere.
Yeah.
But I know him, and I really wish that I would have got the win because at the end of the day, when you talk to somebody over the phone, you can kind of talk about it a little bit. But he just said we had a good team. You know, good luck this season. And I told him the same thing.
And of course,
see you later, alligator.
And Coach, I don't think. I'll tell you right now. Those young men from St. James are in for a real test against the Henderson Trojans. Kids that'll get at you, Coach. They get at you. Play hard every down.
Yeah, they do. So we're bigger than they are. I mean, and that means nothing. You know, we everybody know the story of David and Goliath, for sure. But you know, at the end of the day, we just have to execute and not kick ourselves in the foot. You know, when we get opportunities to make plays, we have to make those plays.
Yeah. Looking at 5A football at a glance here, you know, how they did last week and some of the games coming up, you know, you've got a real test. I would like to say this, that our buddy from W.S. Neal beat Evergreen in a close ball game, and I was just one of the ones.
Yeah, that was the last.
You talking about Hugh Fountain?
Yeah, Hugh Fountain.
Yeah, that was the first time they beat Evergreen in a long time.
Evergreen lost their coach right before the season. Mike Dean.
Yeah, that's right.
Was he the head coach?
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah. Now here's Selma beat Greenville 36-6. That surprised me a lot. And Marbury beat Tallahassee, but they're not in your area. Then in 5A ball, Carroll turned around and beat Seminole County, Georgia, 33-3. That's a big win for him, and you know they get some confidence. They could be tough in the playoffs.
Yeah, they will be.
And
yeah, I mean the big game was Pike Road beat Ucla.
Yeah, Pike Road
and Rigby beat Doorbell Jernigan.
Yep.
Yeah, and that was Pike Road.
Hey, that game went into overtime.
Yeah, it was a heck of a game right there.
Pike Road is 6A though, right?
Yeah, that's right. What I missed 6A.
Yeah, they are.
And
so, Coach, how'd you come out injury-wise?
Everybody's pretty healthy for the most part. You know, no new injuries, so that was good.
And of course, you've had one.
That's gonna be Will Matthews. You might want to tell Will to call back.
Yeah, no, we've got just a few seconds, so he can hold a little bit. But Coach, as always, we appreciate you coming to being on our show.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
You know, we try to be as positive as we can be, and I feel very good about Charles Henderson, the way they play.
Yeah.
And if y'all keep playing hard, I think you're going to do some great things. I really do.
Yeah, we needed a loss early in the season so they can get it out their system, so they can know how it feels. Yeah. So
but you really feel like you had a team that could go the whole length at one time.
Yeah, they we have the talent to do it. We have the talent to do it now. And that's the belief every single year. But this year we just have everything in place. They just have to, mesh together, and we just have to execute things. They have to get used to winning and learn how to win.
Thursday night in the stadium, they go up against Montgomery's St. James High School, and it should be a great game between two very good teams. I'm excited about that game, Coach. We
definitely.
Wish you a lot of luck.
Appreciate it.
And I hope you can come back this at the same time next week, and we'll talk about a big win.
Hopefully that's the case.
Good luck. We'll be back to more of Today in LA.
Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate it. And we're still out.
Right.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them. Protect them.
These teenage years can be tricky to navigate, especially when it comes to teaching my son about managing money. I'm thankful for helpful tools like Sidekick from Max. With Sidekick, requesting and rewarding money is easy. He can earn it by completing chores, making honor roll, or simply making a request from his own app. I love that I can easily monitor his purchases and set limits to help him learn to make smart choices with his spending, even on video games. Sidekick. Find it in your Max app.
In the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle? We've got what you're looking for.
So come see us at Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Troy, and you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC.
Back to our show brought to you by Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks in Troy, Alabama, where they've got some super sales going on. How did the rodeo go this weekend? I've heard it was a big crowd out there both days.
I didn't get a chance to go, but I would love to go, but I can't be in 3 or 4 places.
Yeah, I know. Exactly, and I had to play the
bull riding and barrel racing.
Yeah. I got to say, what another tough break for Pike County High School. They were tied. They had op 28, Pike County 27. But what we're saying is Pike County went for 2 and lost the game.
Yeah, they went up late. Pike County did, but then Op came back and scored. And then with about 11 or 17, Pike County scored and decided to go for 2 for the win and did not make it, so they fell short. And Pike County will play this week. Pike County plays at Headland, and Goshen won big.
Yeah,
Goshen.
That was a big win there.
And
all right, let's go over our picks. Lynette got upset by Luverne, so Lynette lost.
Yeah, Luverne was down at one time 18 or 19 to nothing.
Yeah,
she came back and won late.
And then according to Neil Armstrong, I mean, if this is true, this is amazing. That Luverne's been in the playoffs 42 straight seasons.
They're 3-0. Yeah, they're 3-0 now in the region. Lou Verne is. And
Is that a true stat? 42 straight seasons they've been in the playoffs?
I'm going to look it up, but I believe that is correct. They have the longest.
I mean, Dad, have you ever heard of such?
No, that was unusual.
I've got a caller coming in.
I mean, have you ever heard of a program going to the playoffs 42 straight years?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hang on. Welcome
Good,
to
good.
Today in L.A.
Good morning, it's Will Matthews. How
Hey,
y'all
Will.
doing today?
We're good.
Will, good I'm
Will,
still,
I'll go ahead and tell Will I'm personally sorry. I told him to change his bet to App State at the last second because that's how confident I was that Troy would get blown out.
And I did. But that's okay. I had a big weekend.
Yeah, I just looked at your picks you gave me. You did real well.
Well, my
tell it.
pros were even better. I only missed 2 games in the pros out of like 12 games.
Yeah, Tua had the game of his life yesterday. We didn't even talk about that. Tua Tagovailoa threw for 6 touchdowns yesterday. Threw for 470 yards for the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you what, Miami's for real, and I'll tell you why. Miami added that wide receiver from Kansas City, and I'm going to tell you something. He's loaded now. He's got all kind of weapons.
Well, I didn't see the game. I saw the score, and
Will's picks real quick. He had La Monroe plus 50. That was a loss. South Carolina plus 24. That was a loss. Georgia just killed South Carolina. Penn State minus 2.5 winner. Ole Miss minus 16 winner. Vandy plus 3 winner. Mississippi State choked. I felt like they could beat LSU.
They were ahead. Yeah, they were ahead.
you know
Made
what?
some horrible plays. The punter must have got a ball inside the 10. Gave LSU a lost touchdown. That was a horrible play. Tennessee minus 47 winner. Texas A&M under 45 winner. Oklahoma minus 10 winner. Wake Forest was a loser. University of Texas San Antonio, that was a win.
Hey, did they win that game, Mike?
On that game,
all
didn't
right.
they, Will?
Yeah, but other team covered.
Like Arkansas
You
was.
think San Antonio did cover? Okay. And then
Yeah, they covered.
USC minus 12.5, big winner late night.
Yeah, they won that game big.
All right, now let me ask you this.
USC's a dark horse, I think.
Oh, yeah, I was telling Dad down on the show. If they come up with any kind of defense, they'll make the college football playoffs. Their offense is incredible.
Yeah,
That coach is great. I'm going to tell you, he's a great offensive coach.
Well,
Lincoln Riley.
Mike, let me tell you this. Arkansas was down late in the game. How in the world do they pull that out?
Well, they're down 17-0 to Missouri State.
Petrino.
Coached by
Mike.
Bobby Petrino. Bobby Petrino is their head coach.
No,
They had a punt return touchdown that turned it around.
yeah, but they had them beat. It looked like.
By 10 points.
10 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but maybe it was more time than I thought.
Yeah, they came back and scored 21 points and won by 11.
And then South Alabama played UCLA off their feet and actually led late in the ball game.
Well, they led 3 seconds left. They had UCLA beat them with a 30-yard field goal to win the game.
Yeah.
South Alabama, man, they look really good, and they got the Webb kid for Beauregard, rushed for 125 yards against UCLA.
Yeah, and that kid last spring was on Troy's roster. Is that right?
That's right.
Do you think, Michael? Do you think Auburn has reached the bottom of the barrel where they'll go get Petrino?
No.
They've always wanted him.
I would go after Urban Meyer maybe before Petrino, but both of them off the field apparently have got issues. So I don't know.
Urban Meyer, Michael, it's my understanding Urban Meyer turned down Nebraska already.
Yeah, he would have been a perfect fit.
I say they approached him.
Who in the world can recruit to Nebraska anymore?
Yeah.
It's like recruiting to Russia.
Yeah. If you want to buy a lot of property, move to Nebraska. There's plenty of it.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what.
All right, Forrest, what's our recap on our picks? Lynette, go ahead and go down the line.
All right, so Lynette Luverne 26, Lynette 25. Ayrton defeated Zion Chapel 35-0. Op 28, Pike County 27. Crenshaw Christian Academy 54, Wilcox 35. Port St. Joe beat Pike Liberal Arts 45-0. And it's homecoming week. My house was rowed. My tree was rowed in my yard.
Well, good. They like you. They like you.
Yeah, and we play Montgomery Catholic. Highland Home defeated Horseshoe Bend 42-0. And a big game this week, Highland Home at Brantley. This week, Highland Home at Brantley.
What a game that'll be.
Goshen beat Lafayette 60-28. Go Eagles.
60 points, 60-28.
60
I
to
tell you
28.
what, look out for Goshen.
Enterprise won their homecoming over Rehoboth 50-6. The Elba Providence Christian game, that will be this week. The Elba Providence Christian game
So
will be this
they
week.
had a bye last week.
Yeah, they had a bye. Brantley defeated Kinston 53-6. And Charles Henderson lost a close one to Beauregard 26-14. Those are our high school scores.
What 26-14?
26-24.
Yeah.
26-24.
So they played tough.
And then in college, Florida State won. Great comeback. They had their starting quarterback get knocked out in the first half and came back with their backup. Won at Louisville. Florida State might be back.
Good
I
thing.
don't know, yeah.
They're better.
Shocking game here. Air Force played at Wyoming. Air Force was a 17-point favorite and got beat by Wyoming.
Yeah. That was a late game.
Gerald Ozark beat Seminole County 33-3.
Yeah, we needed to use Carroll this weekend too.
And then with 7 seconds left, Syracuse made about a 30-yard pass, and they beat Purdue. Syracuse is 3-0.
They beat Purdue late in the game.
32-29.
On the last play, on pretty much the last play of the game, great throw and catch.
Mm-hmm.
And then Virginia held on to beat Old Dominion out of the Sun Belt. Old Dominion only got beat by 2.
16-14.
Yeah.
And then my upset almost happened. Cal fell by 7 to Notre Dame. So Cal played Notre Dame tough, but got the ball.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt will. How about that? Big win over Northern Illinois.
The 3 wins.
Yep. I won my $100 bet for the season. I got over 2.5 victories.
Isn't that crazy? 2.5 victories won the bet already for Vandy.
I'm going to go collect that thing, too.
Yeah, NC State, they won against an undefeated Texas Tech team.
27-14.
I assume Minnesota won. I don't even know that score.
They
49. 49.
I've got Auburn under 7.5 for $100. I think that's a cinch.
Yeah.
Oh, you're winning that.
Minnesota
There's
49.
no way they'll win 8 games.
Yeah. Minnesota beat Colorado 49-7.
Yeah.
How about this? Houston gets beat at home by Kansas. Kansas is 3-0 down.
48-30.
It's really turned the corner, haven't they?
That may have played Neil Brown.
Michigan State gets beat on the road by Washington. Who won the Maryland game?
Maryland 34, SMU 27.
That was a high-scoring game late.
It was tied 27-27, and Tua had a good game. Tua's brother.
Palua is his
Tallulah.
name. Yeah, Oklahoma won big. Oregon. Bo Nix had his best game.
Yeah, tell everybody what he did. Tell everybody what he did now.
He had
just throwing and running. He scored, I think, 3 touchdowns.
yeah. He was 13 of 18 for 222 yards. He threw 2 touchdown passes. He ran for 35 yards. And scored 3 times running the ball.
He scored 3 times running the ball and 2 times passing the ball. Bo Nix is going to be heck to beat from here on out.
Big win by UAB. UAB beats Georgia Southern at home by 14 after Georgia Southern beat Nebraska. So UAB's back after losing a heartbreaking game to Liberty. But Liberty had a heartbreaking loss at Wake Forest, going to beat by 1. I tell you what, Hugh Freeze is a great coach.
Yeah, and the Wake Forest is great. Did they have to come back?
Hugh Freeze would be great at Auburn. He would.
Yeah, he sure would.
What?
Anybody be better than the guy they got.
Yeah.
Ole Miss goes to Georgia Tech and wins 42-0. The Georgia Tech job will be coming open as well.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The Mississippi State, I felt like would have beat LSU, but it's horrible mistakes. And Mike Leach.
I think Leach is overrated. I think he's overrated.
If you can't beat LSU this year, you're never going to beat them.
Yeah.
Big loss there. Then Georgia blows out South Carolina. Texas A&M doesn't play great, but still beats Miami. Miami has no offense.
Well, what was the score in that game?
17-9. 17-9.
You know, you're exactly right. That quarterback, about said he's a big pro quarterback. He might look pretty, but he hasn't done anything. Yeah, I don't know why they're so crazy about the guy.
Texas A&M doesn't have a quarterback either. Texas A&M's got no offense.
UCLA wins by 1 over South Alabama. Alabama rolls. App State, triple win over Troy. Then Penn State, I had the final score of the Penn State game 24-16. Final score was what, 42-16 or 42-12?
41-12, maybe.
41-12.
I think it's 41.
Yeah, so that was
hey,
a tiebreaker. I don't know who won the pick.
When have you seen Jordan Hare any quieter? You know, boy, when you can quiet down Jordan Hare, you can quiet any place down.
Your dad missed 11. Steve missed 8. I've got you missing 7, and I missed 6. That's what I've got.
Yeah, you won again, man.
I double checked
But we do, you know what though? If he has a bad week, somebody can shoot by, and we're going by the total scores. Of who wins for the season.
Well, overall,
yeah, you can do it.
For third place, Mike and Big Mike. No, Steve and Big Mike are 73 and 32. And second place right now, Mike Jr. is 77 and 28. And right now I've got a 6-game lead. I'm 83 and 22. But it could change.
It's going to be a long season.
It could change.
And then at the end of the year, we'll do a bowl, separate bowl.
Yeah, that's what it gets you.
That'd be fun too. But that's a lot of fun.
Will, did you find out what happened at the end of the Troy game?
You still with us, Mr. Will?
Yeah.
He's on the line, but I can't hear him.
Let me just say this about the Troy game.
I can just barely hear y'all.
And I hated it for them. They had played so well and they deserved to win. And you can, I'm sure there's different people's opinion. I would not have given up the safety because that meant a field goal would beat me. Is that right?
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to burn more time, I guess.
But I'm gonna tell you what I'll tell you what it does.
What happens there though? It goes Troy having all the momentum. So now, the App State coach said all our players said, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. We're down by 2. And there was 20 seconds left. So, I mean, it kind of turned all the momentum around back to App State.
I mean, all they needed to do was kick a field goal.
Kick a field goal, yeah. I mean, that was a strange call to make. I can understand it if Troy did not run the ball 12 yards. Troy got 9 yards on those 3 running plays.
Yeah.
And when he got the ball at the 12-yard line, that's plenty of room to punt.
Yeah. And
if you're at the 1-yard line, I could see taking a safety.
You know what it tells me?
12. That's plenty of room to punt.
Let me tell you what it does. He has no confidence in the snapper, no confidence in the kicker.
But the kicker averages 50 yards a
I know. What I'm saying though, it's telling me though he doesn't have the confidence in getting the snap and kicking the ball away.
Well, my thought is he was burning the clock. I'm not going to say
why now?
I think it was trying to.
A Hail Mary would have beat you from a punt, and a Hail Mary would have beat you from a safety and a swivel kick.
Yeah.
It was just a miracle.
Well, it was all a miracle, and then it like you said, it turned out to be that they had to do. They had to have a miracle to win, and then they got the miracle.
That exact same thing happened when Louisiana Lafayette was winning the conference championship at App State a couple of years ago. They took a safety like that too, Billy Napier, who now is Florida coach, against App State. I was watching the game, and then at the very end, it came down to a field goal, that would have won the game for App State, and App State missed the field goal. So,
well, let me
that,
tell
that
you this.
exact thing, that exact same thing happened to App State at home against Lafayette a few years ago.
Yeah, Florida State was on the ropes. Florida was. Excuse me.
Again, this goes all the way back to Alabama State and Troy. And Alabama State, his name was Downtown Charlie Brown.
Downtown Freddie Brown, yeah.
Downtown Freddie Brown for Alabama State called a Hail Mary pass on the last play of the game to beat Troy in the first game of the year. I don't know what
it was the showdown at high noon. Troy's quarterback was Bobby Godfrey.
Yeah, with Bobby Godfrey. And
who's now the head coach of Madison Academy. Bobby
Godfrey. Great. He was a great, good quarterback. And you know what they had done? Troy had just scored on a halfback pass. You know, they were bad about running that option, looking like the wishbone all the way. And then that guy just drops back. You have to meshes with a fullback. He flips it to the running back and he throws it to a wide open receiver. Troy looked like they had the game won, and they lost.
That game was coached by Robert Maddox.
Yeah,
that was late '80s.
That was a tough break for Troy. That game.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can remember getting beat on the last play of the game from Troy was that. I brought that up. I can't remember another time we got beat on the last play of the game.
Yeah, I will say this, Michael.
I don't know. Stanford might have beat Troy on the last play of the game against Coach Blakeney one year.
They sure did, and I was keeping the chain. That's how organized everything was.
No, we were just on the sidelines that game.
No, I actually kept the.
Oh yeah, they got you to do that. I forgot
that. They sure did. That's right. And let me say this. You know, there's different ways to look at it, but and I just hate it for coaches and the whole staff because they really had their team. Troy was ready to play and just played their hearts out.
Hey, Michael, this morning I got up early and went to the computer and got dressed, and I'm sitting in my recliner and I'm kind of looking out. I see a reflection out my window. I said, I've never noticed that limb waving like that. So I opened up the door. And if anybody needs any toilet tissue or Kleenex, I have a tree full in my yard. It's homecoming week.
I got to ask you something personal. Do they use Charmin?
I don't know. I just left it.
If they use Charmin, I want to know where it is. I ought to grab it up.
But it's also, I'm 63 today.
Yeah.
Today's my birthday.
Well, let me say, it's one.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah. I'm 63.
Hey, it's also your birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Byron Wilkes.
Is it your birthday? Who's birthday?
Mine.
Oh, God.
Byron Wilkes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Forrest Lee. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
It's also the great Byron Wilkes.
You want to tell everybody how old you are? Or you keep
I'm 63.
Hey,
63.
Hey, Mike, I know one good thing happened over the weekend. Jacksonville State got creamed by Tulsa, 50-10.
Mm.
So that's one.
They were not working. They were not working on Tulsa Town, huh?
Yeah.
But
Marshall gets beat, so
I know you're right. UAB wins.
That Marshall ticket probably was going to explode if they would have been undefeated.
Yeah.
Coming to Troy, but now losing at Bowling Green, which I've seen Troy lose at Bowling Green before too. That's a hard place to win.
You know, they fired Herm Edwards at Arizona.
He got fired at
Arizona State, but he was fired.
Arizona State.
He better just stay with the pros. Yeah.
And Coach Harson's name has come up for that job, but I hope Auburn can somehow get back on the track. Because I've got folks up there that coach.
Did y'all notice how Florida came back and they came with their hair being upset
by South Florida?
By South Florida, yeah.
Aaron Judge hit 2 home runs yesterday.
Did he really?
Number 58, 59, so he's still away from
How many more
Roger
games has he got to do that?
I think there are 15 more games.
Yeah, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
He will
4,
break
5,
he'll break the American League record if
The
he
American
gets
League
61 over 61. Roger Maris's record.
Yeah, and
Co-host.
Pujols is what, 1 away or 2 away?
I think he's at 509, 600, no, 500.
698.
Yeah.
how many total?
He's at
total
698.
how many total does he have? How many?
He's got about 14 games.
Yeah, you know, they might. How many though did he have for the year?
Oh, I don't know about the year, but we're trying to get him.
Got 19 or 20 home runs.
You know what? They ought to try to talk him into staying, don't they?
Well, if we can get him to 700, here we go.
Coastal Carolina won 38 to 6 over Buffalo.
Good morning. Welcome to Today in L.A.
I lost y'all. I must have been in a bad spot.
Okay.
All right.
Here's the recap of the NFL. You had the Chiefs hold on against the Chargers on Thursday night, 27-24. Dolphins came back and beat the Ravens 42-38. Jets came back in the last bit and I guess came back and beat the Browns 31-30. Mac Jones and the Patriots got a win at the Steelers yesterday, 17-14. Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence beat the Colts yesterday, 24-0. Giants are 2-0, beat the Panthers 19-16. Buccaneers won at the Saints 20-10. Lions won over the Commanders 36-27. That used to be the Redskins. 49ers won 27-7 over the Seahawks. Rams won 31-27 over the Falcons. Broncos beat the Texans 16-9. Cardinals came back and beat the Raiders 29-23 in overtime yesterday. Big win by the Cowboys. Cowboys won with some Rush guy, quarterback.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush.
Who was he?
Won against the Bengals 20-17. And then last night, Aaron Rodgers looked like Aaron Rodgers. They won 27-10 over the Bears, the Packers.
The starting quarterback for the 49ers broke his ankle. What's his name? Trey
Lance.
Trey Lance
for North Coast
broke
State.
his ankle.
Oh, boy.
He's out for the year.
Will, you said you tore it up on the NFL games?
I did. I got, it was amazing. Now, some of those games were really easy, like under in the Dallas game and under in the Denver game. I mean, there were, you could just see neither team was going to score in that Denver game. It was an awful
All right,
game.
let me ask this. Is the Dallas Cowboy gone for the year?
He'll be back in about 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, really?
I thought he had hand surgery.
He did. It was just one finger or something. I don't know what it was, but they said he'll be back in October.
Mm-hmm.
So Cooper Rush is a quarterback, 6'3", 225, 28 years old, played at Central Michigan.
Wow.
Is Dallas' quarterback.
You talking
But
about?
Dallas' defense is really good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
You talking about Neil Brown earlier. West Virginia plays Virginia Tech on Thursday night at Virginia
Yeah,
Tech.
that's a must-win for Neil Brown.
And well, he got to play Townsend. They beat him 65-7.
That's another one Auburn ought to look at, too.
Who is that?
Neil Brown, yes.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like you've got.
I wouldn't hire him again at Troy. If I had a chance to hire him again, I would not hire him.
Dad, are you kidding me?
I
You
would.
wouldn't hire Neil Brown?
Nah,
The guy won 11. He won 10, 11, and 10. That's never been done.
with loads of talent at Troy.
Loads of talent. Not one guy got in the NFL draft.
Yeah, but he was a good college player.
All right, great Sunbelt game on Thursday night. Coastal Carolina and Georgia State. Coastal's 2.5-point favorite. Then Virginia Tech will host Neil Brown in West Virginia. Vegas likes West Virginia. The line started at 1, is up to 3. And then also you'll have a game Friday night. Virginia at Syracuse, undefeated. And then Nevada Air Force will be those games.
Who is West Virginia playing? Who is West Virginia playing?
At Virginia Tech.
And playing at night on a Thursday night. Are they playing at West Virginia?
No,
at Virginia Tech.
Oh boy!
Blacksburg.
Nobody can beat Blacksburg on a Thursday night, Mike.
Man,
Virginia
Tech,
Tech's awful.
they're awful.
They won't be quite as awful this Thursday night. Y'all watch.
They got beat by Old Dominion.
Old Dominion.
The start of the season.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if Kansas beats Duke at home, they're only an 8.5-point favorite. Kansas will be 4-0 in football.
Yeah.
Auburn, Missouri line is 7.5, so that is a very close line right there. For Auburn to be Missouri is not very good.
Michael, if Harsin loses this game this week, he'll be fired before Monday.
I agree.
He'll be gone.
I think he'll win it.
Yeah.
They may win it.
App State, America's team is App State. App State is a 7.5-point favorite against James Madison. James Madison's really good.
Yeah,
They got a good team, yeah.
Are they playing at James Madison?
Then, interesting game here. Notre Dame at UCLA. Notre Dame's a 1-point favorite. I mean, no, not UCLA. Notre Dame at North Carolina. Matt Brown has had some close wins. North Carolina's undefeated, hosting Notre Dame. That'll be an interesting game. Let's see where the Troy line is. Have you seen Alabama Vandy line yet, Will?
Oh, it's got to be at least 35.
How about
Marshall at Troy? That is -3. Marshall's the favorite.
Yeah. You got Clemson and Wake Forest. You may have already mentioned that.
I'd say Troy gonna win. What did you think about
God,
Troy's? What did y'all think about Troy's quarterback?
A 3-1 Vandy team. A 3-1 Vandy team. -40.5 at Alabama.
Oh gosh.
That's about right. Vandy stinks, man. I'm telling you. Vandy's awful.
Hey, I watched the coach's show last night. The Auburn and the Alabama show comes on Sunday night back to back.
Gunnar Watson played the best game he's ever played at Troy.
Mike, what did the Auburn coach have to say about their crappy performance Saturday?
I don't know.
He said, just wait. He said, we're going to turn it around, is what I read in his post-game press conference.
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this about Auburn. Penn State played Purdue. Miracle kind of comeback finish last second. You know, Purdue's not bad. But I never thought Auburn would get blown out by Penn State.
No,
I thought Penn State would win a close one, but I never thought it'd be a blowout. So that's a scary
Nobody
sign
did.
for Auburn. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody could see that coming.
I mean, is Penn State back? Maybe so.
I don't
That
know.
running back's pretty good.
They must be
that
pretty good.
quarterback took a blow early.
All right.
You see that hit? And he
Sean
just
Clifford,
got back up and kept on.
High-5 or whatever hit him.
All right, tell us about the quarterback situation at Auburn now.
I don't know. You told me that Ashford kid from Hoover looked good.
They said it. Everybody said it did.
He's fast as lightning.
I mean, am I crazy to think that Texas A&M was out of their mind to let Zach Calzada leave? I feel like he would have been their best quarterback.
He hasn't seen the field yet, Michael.
Yeah, I know, but he's third string at Auburn. But I'm just saying, why did A&M let him go? I felt like he was better than those two guys they got.
Is the quarterback?
I think Calzada would have started at A&M, and I know Bo Nix would have started at Auburn.
Did losing the quarterback hurt Auburn? Do you think they would have played better if he hadn't got hurt?
Oh yeah.
Well, on the long run.
No, Bo Nix would have been a lot better than either one of the ones they got now.
I mean, hey, listen, I know. Let me tell you this: they made a mistake getting rid of Bo.
Well, Bo might have knowed. Bo might have knowed.
Yeah, you reckon?
Bo didn't like Harsin.
I was wondering about that.
No, he didn't like him.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, why did he go all the way out? Why did he go all the way out to Oregon? It's not like he could go somewhere else in the Southeastern Conference.
Michael, $2 million is why he left.
Yeah, see, you know.
The name, image, likeness, Nike.
Yeah, he got $2 million.
Well, somebody's got to be paying his parents to have a private plane to fly
I'm
once
sure. I imagine so.
You know, and one thing about Auburn, unfortunately, their grocery cart is low as it relates to 2023. They have
I want you to hear this.
They have about 8 or 9 recruits, And right now they're like number 55 in the country in recruiting for next year.
But I think everybody, I think they're looking at the portal. They're looking at the portal, I believe.
Well, no, they're looking at the fact that nobody wants to sign because the coach is on the hot seat. That's what happens.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nobody wants to sign with a coaching staff that's probably not going to be there.
Well,
Can you blame them?
Well, I'll say this: Zach Etheridge is considered one of the best recruiters in the SEC. He'll keep a job whoever they hire.
From Troy, Alabama, Zach Etheridge. I started naming him. They used to call him Zacchaeus. So I said, sounds better calling him Zach.
number 4 on the national championship team.
Yeah.
So it looks like Troy Marshall will be at 6:30. You know that game's gonna be on national. You know that game's gonna be on national TV on the NFL Network. The NFL
Are you
Network
serious?
Now covers college games, so everybody in the country will be able to watch the game on.
Well, what channel?
Pretty much everybody has the NFL Network now.
No, I bet you Troy Cable doesn't. Do they have it, Steve? And why don't I have it? If he
I have it everywhere I've ever lived, and I have it down here at the beach.
Steve, do you know anything about that? Okay.
Mike, you can put the NFL app on your phone and watch it on that.
Yeah.
I mean, Dad will be at the game, but I'm just saying anybody out there, wants to watch the game.
Yeah.
A lot of people have the NFL Network.
Yeah, I need to cut.
Channel 212. Where I live.
Florida, Tennessee will be on CBS. Florida at Tennessee, CBS.
Boy, Florida, South Florida, I mean, at the very end of the game, they're driving. They got the ball at the 25-yard line, first down. The center snaps it over the quarterback's head. It goes back about 15 yards.
Oh, boy.
And then they're going to kick a field goal to go into overtime. They got a field goal kick at 58 yards. The snapper, perfect snap to the holder. The holder botches the snap.
Oh, boy.
And, the kick gets missed.
Yeah, the Auburn game, Missouri at Auburn at 11 o'clock on ESPN.
That's good. That's a good time for that.
I mean, Auburn in their 5 straight home games.
We're gonna call it breakfast at Jordan Hare. Breakfast at Jordan Hare.
Michael, I'm gonna make a statement.
I guarantee you LSU will beat Auburn next weekend at home.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to make a statement before I hang up. This is going to be the greatest weekend for Auburn this weekend against Missouri they've had since 2012 when they were in Tuscaloosa. This will be the greatest day for Auburn. Because in 2012, Alabama beat them 49-0, and they got rid of Chisney. The next year, Gus came in, and they won the SEC. The next year.
Yeah. That's right.
So this Saturday, Missouri is going to come in there and beat them, and they're going to fire Harsin and get them a good coach, and then next year they'll be back.
Well,
if they get one,
Well, if that happens, who's going to fill those shoes? George Jones wants to know.
There's a lot of them around. I mean,
you got a billionaire making all the decisions from right down the road in Abbeville.
Don't you think Lane Kiffin would leave Ole Miss for Auburn? There's a precedent.
I'll tell you what, he's a great coach. I'd like him.
I don't think he'd leave in the middle of the year. He would leave at the end of the year, but that's.
Oh yeah, he definitely won't leave in the middle of the year.
Because they got.
I don't know if they threw $100 million. Give you $100 million.
He's got a chance.
Nobody leaves in the middle of the year from their own program, especially when they're undefeated at Ole Miss.
Yeah, with a chance to go in undefeated when they
play
Alabama.
I'll say this though. Jimmy Raines gonna make the decision. They're gonna pay up to somebody. They're gonna pay somebody $10 million.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I tell you one they might get is Jimbo Fisher.
No, God, I wouldn't want that summer gun.
Well, you might not want him, but I'll tell you what, he'd win at Auburn.
Oh gosh. Well, how could they?
Well, he's a guy that has got guaranteed money at A&M. I mean, when he signed that contract for $75 million guaranteed.
I bet they want him gone at A&M.
Well, they probably do, but he'd be great at Auburn.
Well, he beat Alabama last year, went 8-4. That never really happens to many teams. They go 8-4, beat Alabama.
Well, I tell you, the good coverage in the Dothan Eagle today, and they keep supporting. But Troy needs more support in the local papers. So there's nothing about the Troy game in here.
Mike, if Troy had won that game,
Troy got $1 million of advertising for free on College Game Day with that helmet sitting there.
If they had won that game Saturday, it would have been really big for Troy.
Yeah. How long was the helmet up there, Mike?
It was up there the whole game.
He was up there the whole game.
Did I read
helmet next to the App State helmet?
Did I read where University of Louisiana Monroe got like $1.4 or $5 million from Alabama? He said, Bowden was quoted, we're going to build a new weight room.
Yeah.
Louisiana Monroe.
I know.
They got a bunch.
Yeah.
They got a
big
payoff.
Law Monroe played Alabama pretty tough for a little while there. I was watching it, and then Alabama just screwed 63-7. I will say that Bryce Young threw 2 interceptions against Law Monroe. That's not a good sign.
And Terry Bowden.
Dick Coning, Troy's old defense coordinator.
Exactly. Want to congratulate a few. We've already congratulated W.S. Neal winning over Evergreen, but it was a few others. Red Level beat McKenzie 25-24. That was a big game
That's the battle of Highway 55 heading down to the beach. A lot of people go that way.
Georgiana won.
Red Level.
Georgiana won 22-13 over Houston County. I just wanted to throw out a few of these scores that jumped out at me. Daleville finally won a game, Mike. He beat Northside Methodist 16-15. And then Dale County also won this week, Mike. So I think that was his first win.
Houston Academy's undefeated. Houston Academy and Dothan's undefeated.
Yeah, they're doing well. Yeah,
they're coached by Eddie Brundage.
Montgomery Catholic has not even been scored on this year. They beat Geneva 62-0. They got a great team.
They come to play Pike Liberal Arts this week.
Yeah.
For homecoming.
And
then to mention, Max Homa won the PGA Tour event out in Napa. Danny Willett 3-putted number 18, and Homa won that event. Then Cam Smith, the great Australian golfer that won the Open, won the Players Championship, won the LIV event in Chicago. So Cam Smith won $5 million yesterday.
Oh gosh, how many people are playing on that tour now?
48.
48. I'll tell you what. Tell us what the 48 number 48 won.
48 won $150,000.
Oh gosh. How could you not play on this thing? The worst team made $150,000.
Yeah, some collegiate guy forgoed his eligibility and went straight this past week.
Yeah. Well,
Henderson had his best round since he's been playing on that tour. He shot 6 under yesterday, finished 8th.
Yeah.
How much money did he win, please?
I have to go back and look, but it was like $800,000, I believe.
Well, one thing I do want to mention for all you gospel fans, the Blackwood Quartet.
I like it.
Will be in concert this Thursday at 7 at the Enterprise High School Performing Arts Center in Enterprise. I'll throw that out.
And we're going to be at the Charles Henderson game.
The Blackwoods, I think, played with Elvis, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Quartet. They were the front band for Elvis.
First family of gospel music.
Yeah. I tell you what, I saw a movie last night that was touching to me. It was with what's his name? He's a weightlifter and boxer and everything. Mike.
Rocky Marciano?
No. It was about it was a true story, but it was really good on Facebook last night. I'm trying to figure
Went on Facebook. It was on Netflix.
Netflix.
He was a boxer.
Yeah, and he was a boxer, and but he became a priest. It was
that's Mike.
the Mark Wahlberg movie.
All right, yeah. Let me tell you something. I watched it last night, and it was so good. That was a great movie.
Mel Gibson's in that.
Yeah, Mel Gibson was outstanding in it. He was outstanding in it. Have y'all heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
But I tell you what,
we got to wrap it up, don't we? Oh, we have Wally Sanders coming on.
yeah, we go Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Remember, if you're looking for a career in the, get up with my good buddy Hoss Daddy and talk to the folks at Wiley Sanders Trucking in Troy, Alabama, looking for a career in the trucking industry. No better place to choose than Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early for Today in L.A.
Our wide selection of pre-owned vehicles looks so good, you'll think they're new.
So take the short drive to Bill Jackson Ford in Troy, where you too can experience the Jackson satisfaction.
Bill Jackson Ford, Troy, Alabama.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans,